What's up, everybody? This is Steve Sterlacci, and I have the honor, pleasure, and privilege to bring you the ultimate working man's guitar from Gibson. Holy crap, Gibson listened. I mean, it's no other way to put it. I made a video a few months back about Gibson potentially losing the working man guitar player, the guy that is looking to buy a Gibson guitar that is going to be putting it through the paces, grinding, doing the thing. And they kind of were shifting towards more high-end Epiphones and only super high-end Gibson guitars. And I think the community responded by saying the working guy wants a Gibson Les Paul. So it looks like they listened. And before we get in too deep, I want to thank Gibson for sponsoring, sending this out, and having me demo it. They are using tracking links for this video, so if you want to support me and future collaborations with Gibson, please just click on those links below in the description, and it'll definitely help me out whether you buy something or not. So just go check out all the info at the links below. You can see the other colors. This is cobalt blue, obviously. There's a bunch of other colors. You can read the other specs. And yeah, I'd really appreciate you checking out those links and helping me out with Gibson. Thanks, guys. And they just launched this studio session. Look at this thing. I mean, I'm going to show you my fancy B-roll in a second, but I mean, even just straight into camera, look what this top looks like. You're getting Gibson, mother of pearl, on the headstock. You're getting a bound fretboard. Everything about this guitar is above the old Studios. So historically, Studios have always been the affordable line from Gibson, and they don't have as nice of tops. They don't have any binding. It's usually the bronzish printed logo on here. This guitar is basically a Les Paul standard. It's actually in a lot of ways better than the standard, I think, with the exception of body binding, which looks amazing on this because it's just the natural wood. It's the maple top, by the way, 2A maple top, and it's 1/4 inch, so you can see the top on the bind. It's natural binding, if you will. The coolest thing for me is this cutaway. Are you serious? How many Les Pauls even have that? The upper fret access cutaway. I wanted this in a Gibson Les Paul for years. The only one that ever had it was the Access or the Neil Schon signature models, which were always, far out of my price range. But this is now in the studio. Just the ultimate working man's road dog studio guitar. This is meant to be the guitar that you take and it's the one and done only guitar you need. It has coil splitting, it has out of phase, and it has direct to output jack. So basically you can do anything. I mean, there's nothing that this can't do, and it's not done in the gimmicky way that it's been done in the past. It's basically done with the working player in mind. So that's just like my brief overview here of just like being really excited about this. Let's go through the specs, the official specs, and I'll run some B-roll so you can get a better look at this gorgeous, amazing guitar. So the Studio Session, it's an updated version of the classic Les Paul Studio. It's got upgrades and refinements based on customer feedback and player request. We have ultra-modern, weight-relieved mahogany body, a 2A figured maple cap, a mahogany neck with a bound ebony fretboard, slim taper profile, Grover Rotomatic tuners, keystone buttons. The pickups are 57 Classic and 57 Classic Plus. It says on the spec sheet, this comes with soft shell case, but that does this bag a disservice. I call this a gig bag. I feel like there's a difference between a soft shell case and a gig bag. This is a legitimate gig bag. It's got a Subway grip, it's got handles, it's got padding, it's got a headstock cradle. The gig bag was just as impressive as the guitar for me, in my opinion, because normally guitars come with, like the old Les Paul Studios, for those that remember, it used to come with it looked like a rifle bag. Just kind of like a rifle bag with a little tilt in it. And it was just it was a soft bag. There's a car driving by. I'm actually on the road right now. That's why I'm in a hotel room. Audrey's here with me. She's a little bit tired from the road, but I'm in the middle of a tour for Jessica Lynn's A Very Merry Classic Christmas. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. But Christmas came early for me with Gibson asking me to demo this. But yeah, I mean, are you kidding me with these specs? GraphTech nut, standard Nashville Pro. Oh, now there's a truck backing up. So that's the beeping. Just ignore that. Actually, I've got an idea. You see, it's got the pick guard. Why would I want to keep the pick guard on this beautiful top? I want this thing exposed. Oh my God, look at it. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's That's what's under the pick guard. I am leaving this off. Look at the stripes. Look at that flame maple top. And it's awesome. This is like that 3D type of thing where like, look at that. As I move it, the whole look of the top changes. Man, I am so excited about this guitar. That's how it looks. Those are the specs. Let's plug it in and see how it sounds.
All right, so for playing segment here, we're going to go a little unorthodox since I am in the hotel room. And let's go through some of the sounds of the studio session. I'm going right through the Nano Cortex direct in, no post-processing. Oh, man. I keep just looking at the top. I mean, I'm so glad I took the pick guard off, too. That looks way better. What do you think? Okay, so yeah, clean. Bridge pickup, I've got it set where if I hit it hard, it's going to break up. But if I play light, back off volume a little bit. Same thing with neck. Back off touch. Full on. And in the middle. Cool, now let's get into some of the stuff. While we're on the clean sound, let's go through both coil tap positions. I'll show you some tricks to get this to sound a little fatter too as we go. Bridge pickup. Kind of more stratty-like with the bridge pickup, but it'll be convincing enough in a live setting. Now here's the neck pickup. And the middle position. Let's go full humbucker and go to the out of phase, which will give you that classic Peter Green sound. Just such a good sound. So popping out the neck tone pot gives you out of phase. And for those of you that don't know, if you just touch off the volume knob when you're in your out of phase position, you hear the volume actually jumps back up because when they're fully out of phase, that's when you're getting the most cancellation. So if you duck one down to touch, you get a little bit more output. Full up, that more nasally sound, but a little bit more fuller when you dial it out. Hit that with a little bit of overdrive. Both full up. Get all your Gary Moore on. You can even go both coil taps and... Now with the out of phase coil tap too, you get almost a real Strat position 2 sound. getting into some fake telly action. So both pickups out of phase, dropping the neck volume a little. You're going to get a convincing telly sound out of that. Let's swap that now. Dial out the volume a little bit. Keep the neck pickup on full. See, I think that's even a more interesting sound than if I go just volume, single coil. So you get a lot of cool variations there. Now that we're a little bit crunchy here, I'll go back to humbuckers. Bridge pickup with this little bit more distorted sound. Being able to get up here so easily is nice. There's no corner digging into my palm. So both humbuckers out of phase. Let's try it. Just fun, unique sounds. Neck pickup, full humbucker with this little distortion. Now, if I was going for this type of sound, this more distorted sound, I'm going to opt to pop this bridge tone control out, and this is going to basically take my pickups and go straight to the output jack. So I'm getting no circuitry involved. This is literally just a full straight up bypass. Versus so you're not getting any of the effects of the wiring, the capacitors, the potentiometers. Nothing is affecting the sound. This is literally pickup straight. So even with this out, I can roll all of these off. And none of the knobs do anything. So you're just going to get the most pure, raw sound of your pickups that you can get here. Let's hear it. Versus, I feel like it shaves off a lot of the high end, the harsher highs, but in some ways it works really well in a lot of applications. I think here solo, I prefer it popped out without the circuitry. Bridge pick. I feel like it's less noticeable with the bridge pickup, but yeah, that's all the options. That does it for the Gibson Les Paul Studio Session, the ultimate working man's guitar player, in my opinion. This is probably I think the best actual player guitar that Gibson's put out. I'm obsessed with it. I've been playing the heck out of it, and hope you guys like it too. I think it's better without the pickguard, right? Definitely. Yeah, look at that. We like that. Yeah, I want to thank Gibson for trusting me and sending this out to me for this demo. And I hope you guys like it. Check out the links below. And if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.